Hello ladies and gentlemen, good fortunes upon you all. Today I want to show you how powerful a Thor rush can be. In this matchup I'm playing as Thor and my opponent Taaaax is playing as Gaia. Thor plays very differently than Egyptian in that not only do they have gatherers, but they have dwarves too. Gatherers, similar to laborers that I used as set, cost 50 food. Dwarves usually cost 70 gold, but Thor dwarves only cost 60 gold. Dwarves collect gold faster than gatherers, but collect food and wood slower than gatherers. Thor's archaic age god power is Dwarven Mine. Dwarven Mine increases in the amount of gold depending on what age you cast it. In the archaic age, the age I'm in right now, it is 500 gold. The classical age 1000, heroic 3000, the mythic 6000. So I casted it, which means it had 500 gold. So it will run out fairly soon. I cast this power this early because establishing a base economy early is more important to me because I want to rush. And this allows me to gather much more resources efficiently early to allow me to have more resources so I can rush quickly. Another fundamental difference the Nordic civilizations have is that instead of building drop-off points for resources such as mining camps or lumber camps, even granaries, they have ox carts. Ox carts are mobile units where gold, food, and wood can be dropped off. The useful thing about ox carts is that you can move them closer to resources instead of having to build another drop-off point. Another difference in the Nordic civilization is that gatherers and dwarves cannot build. Only Nordic infantry units can build buildings. Norse civilization starts out with one Alfsark. His responsibility is to scout around the map and to build my initial buildings, such as the house you saw me build in the middle of that forest, and I'm scouting around the map right now to find food. Here I can see some hippos. One of Thor's unique perks is that he has an upgrade called Pig Sticker. In the very beginning of the game, I upgraded hunting dogs, similar to my games as set. Hunting dogs improves the rate at which my gatherers and dwarves gather hunted animal meat. Pig Sticker further improves the rate at which gatherers and dwarves gather animal meat. Not only does Pig Sticker improve the rate of gathering, but it also increases the damage my villagers do with their arrows when hunting animals. So it kills the animals very quickly, allowing me to hunt them more quickly. All civilizations need to build a temple and to have 400 food to advance from the archaic age, which I'm in right now, to the classical age. I build my temple in the middle of the map, closer to my enemy's base because I plan on rushing him. I'm advancing through Freya, as this relates to the days of the week as explained in my previous video. Thursday is named after Thor, Friday is named after Freya, so in essence I'm advancing from Thursday to Friday. Freya has the god power of Forest Fire. Forest Fire burns down a forest and damages any enemy units or enemy buildings adjacent to the forest or within a certain distance, a very small distance of the forest. I find his Oracle Scout near my temple after it is constructed. I immediately attack the Oracle Scout because I don't want him to find where I am and what I'm doing. If he is allowed to stand still, his line of sight will increase. So if I hit him and force him to walk, he can barely see anything. So, as you can see, I am gathering from this giraffe, but I also moved my wood villagers to collect the food and hunt those zebras next to my base. The reason I did this is because these guys getting the giraffes are far away from any food sources, so I moved all of them to wood and moved my wood to hunt. This is another bonus of how ox carts work, because if I was another civilization, I would have to build another granary and another lumber camp for each resource gathered. So when I advance, I immediately create longhouses because I want to make military units as fast as possible. The unit in the longhouse which trains the fastest is the Ulfsark. Ulfsarks are the units with that bear hide over their head. They are infantry units, and they technically counter cavalry units. So I'll be making a lot of these because they train fast and I want to overwhelm him when I rush. I will also need Hussars. Hussars are my heroes that are building right now as well. They've got those horns, you know, those ox horns, helmets, which point out of their heads. Out of their helmets, I should say, not their heads. And the reason I want to make these is because I know this guy will create automatons. The automaton is a myth unit that Gaia can build if he advanced through Leto, which he did. And my Hussars will counter them. They have a bonus against myth units. So I also want to make cavalry because I want to be able to move quickly and be able to counter any Kero Ballista he might create. Kero Ballista, which you will see later in this game, is basically like a fat guy and a huge ballista in front of him, and he releases a bunch of arrows, and that does a bunch of damage. But the crazy thing about Kero Ballistas is that they cost 115 wood and 100 gold. That's 215 resources. That's huge. So right now there's a huge battle going on right now. I attacked him. I did forest fire. He tried to run away. He got trapped. He casted that spider layer. It took out a few of my units, but it's okay. I won the battle. I'm still creating units out of my longhouses, and I'm trying to take down his temple so he can't create any more automatons. So I'm taking down his temple right now. I want to suffocate this guy. I do not want him to escape his base. I want to force him to stay in here. I do not want him to get out. He's creating those Kero Ballista, and he's trying to kill my units, but I'm trying to take down his temple. So I'm making more and more units. I should change my gathering point to make it closer to the battle, but I did not do that. So I'm chasing him off the gold. He went inside that manor which he built, similar to the house that I build, but they actually hold more population but cost more resources. I'm scouting out on the left side because I want to see if he has villagers over there that I can attack to stop him from gathering any resources outside of his base. I want to force this guy inside his base so he can't collect any resources, which will, in essence, win me the game, because if he has no resources, he cannot build military. So here I am, bringing more military over. And now, because I have so much wood, I'm thinking, you know what? I need to get some gold or food. So here I am. I have my raiding cavalry run back to his Kero Ballista. Remember, they're worth 215 resources. So if I take him out, my raiding cavalry are only worth 90 resources. That's how many is that? 215 times 2 is 430. That is a lot of resources that I just killed. So think about this. A raiding cavalry is worth 90 resources. And 2 of his Kero Ballista is 430. That means it would take, how many? More than 4. About 5 raiding cavalry is the equivalent amount of resources as his 2 Kero Ballista. I didn't lose any raiding cavalry, and I killed 2 Kero Ballista. That's pretty nice. So here I am. I'm checking to see if he's expanding out to that settlement on the bottom right side. I want to see if he's trying to build it so he can, you know, turtle his way out of this situation and maybe make a comeback. But like when I play a set, I want to keep the pedal to the metal and keep attacking, because right now I know I have the advantage and I just want to keep my foot down. So I'm chasing him away, keeping the pressure on. I see he is actually going to try to build that settlement. So I'm going to send my army there. So right now he's got a Kero Ballista, which he shouldn't have had out there. That's a waste of resources. He's got a bad gathering point. He really shouldn't be sending his army out because I'm just killing them one by one. There I am, going to hunt that elephant. Elephants hold the most amount of food out of any animal. They're very big. So with these guys, I'm going back on wood. I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere with those guys, so I'm getting wood with them. And I'm moving my army over to the bottom right where I know he's trying to build the town center. So I can see he casted a spider layer power. Leto can build automatons. It also gives him the access to the classical age spider layer power. He can cast that 3 times. Each time he casts it, there are 4 spider webs that are in the ground. If I walk over those spider webs with my units, they will grab me in the ground and instantly kill me. The units which are impervious to this spider layer are my myth units, the Valkyries, and my heroes, my Hussars. So it will kill my raiding cavalry, my Alpsarchs, and my throwing accents instantly if I walk over it. So he gave up right there. Tax is a very good player. Luckily, my rush was strong enough to hold him in his base and not allow him to collect resources. And anyways, I hope you learned a lot about Thor. Thor is actually very fun to play, and it's very fun to rush as Norse in general. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye-bye.